Good afternoon. Welcome, my friends, into my kitchen. This is Sheila. I have a wonderful recipe for you guys today. I am going to get right into the video. I have some pork sausages here, guys, fresh. I have some ground beef, and I have some chicken livers. I have all of my season here, and I also have 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. In this container here, I have my green onions, and I cut them as small as I can get them. I have my celery also in this container. Over here, I got my green pepper and my bay leaves. And in the back there, we got our chicken broth, guys. And I have my rice cooking over here. I have some basmati rice that we are going to be using today for the recipe. We are going to make a recipe called dirty rice, guys. And this is a recipe that my mom taught me maybe I probably was about 10 years old, and my mom taught me this recipe over 50-something years ago. So anyway, we're going to get right into the recipe. I am going to cook our chicken liver first, and I'm going to show you how we do that. And we're going to make our ground beef and our pork sausages. We're going to cook all our meats together. Then we're going to add our rice. We're also going to use some chicken broth. So we're going to get right into the video. I am so excited to show you guys this recipe, guys. Let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, we're going to get right into our video. And I am going to go ahead and just slide our chicken livers into our pan. Now, guys, I took these and I cut them up as small as I could, because you want everything to be as small as possible when cooking this recipe. So then we're going to go ahead and add some of this ground beef to the recipe. And I'm just going to cook all our meats together, guys. So we have our ground beef. We're going to go ahead and add our pork sausages to the recipe. So we're going to go ahead and add our pork sausages. We got our ground beef. We got our chicken livers going. We're just going to cut them down on medium heat and let them cook up, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and give our recipe a stir. So we have our ground beef. We have our pork sausages. We have our chicken liver. So we're just gonna cook all the flavor together, guys. And we're just gonna make sure we chop our meat as small as we can get it. Also, guys, you want to cut your onions, green onions, and your green peppers as small as you can get them. So we're just gonna let these meats just cook up, guys, on medium heat for about 20 minutes and let them brown a little bit. And then we are going to go ahead and mix our recipe. We're going to go ahead and mix our recipe. We're just going to let our meats cook up, guys, before we season it and put all of our onions and green pepper I have some green onions over there. I have some celery over there. And I have some bay leaves. I got all my season. But we're gonna let this meat cook up a little bit more, and then we're gonna come back and season it up pretty good. Put all of our onions and green peppers and a little chicken broth in this, and then we're gonna add our rice. This is a pretty simple recipe, and it do not take a long time to prepare. A lot of people use dirty rice as a substitute for cornbread dressing at Thanksgiving time with a turkey. But I am going to eat mine today, maybe with a little baked chicken, guys. So anyway, I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're gonna give our meat a quick stir, and we're gonna let it brown just a little longer, guys. And then we're gonna mix this recipe up together, because I think our rice is over there, it's almost done. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and add our season. And in the description of my video, I am gonna put everything that I am putting in this recipe, guys. So we're just gonna let this brown a little bit and cook all our season in this recipe, okay? And then we are gonna mix this recipe up together. So we're just gonna let that cook a little bit. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our green onion. And we got some celery in this recipe. We have our green peppers here and some white onions. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix. And then, guys, we're just gonna take a little chicken broth add to the recipe. And then we are gonna take our rice and mix it with this recipe. So what I am gonna do, I'm gonna cut this down, guys, on medium heat, and I'm gonna let this cook for about 10 minutes. And then we are gonna take and add our rice to the recipe. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get that rice, and we're gonna mix this recipe up together. And I have some basmati rice here that I cooked with a little chicken broth just for flavor, guys. So we're just gonna add our rice. Now, also a good recipe, guys, is cooking your rice and putting it in the refrigerator overnight. And that will also make a really good dirty rice recipe, guys. And actually, I like to have my rice set in the refrigerator overnight and cook this recipe with some day-old rice. And you also can maybe use 2-day-old rice. I know a lady friend of mine, she let her rice set in the refrigerator for about 2 days. So it's a lot of ways you could prepare dirty rice. You could just put the pork sausages and all your green peppers and onions in the recipe and cook it that way, or you could just use ground beef. But I chose to use all 3 meats in my recipe, guys. So this is how your recipe should look, guys. Okay, guys, I am going to come back and let you see how our recipe came out. I hope that you enjoyed my video, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. God bless you, and good night.